Salazar shoots one fair down the first base side. The Padres are blowing it wide open. It's 5-1 San Diego. Salazar doubles. He's going to try for 3 on the bubble by Heap, and he's over there. So give Salazar a double and give Heap an error. Salazar drives in 2 more. 5-1 San Diego. On the ground to third. Salazar got a big hop out of it. And look at that cannon. Hubie Brooks is gone, 5-3, and the Padres about to wrap this one up. They're leading at 5-1. And the batter's Dan.
Jerry, of the last 6 doubleheaders the Padres have played, if they hold on, and it looks like they will in this one, this will only be the 2nd time they've won the first game, but in the other 4, they've been able to come back and win the second. So they've all been splits. They got a chance for a sweep in this one.
Kevin McReynolds, and this looks like it. He grabs it for the final out. So Danny Heap lines out straightaway center field. Is 3 up and 3 down, and the final score: San Diego 5, New York 1. Hard shot first base side. He hung a curve, and Tony got all of it. He's looking over to third base. They're waving him on. He's going to try for it. Backman, and Gwynn has himself a triple with 1 down here in the first inning. And there's a big play, getting from second to third with only 1 down. I think I've been more. He can get number 76 if he can get Gwynn across.
The Padres had home run power as they hung on to beat the Dodgers 4-3. In the second inning, Kevin McReynolds tags a Jerry Royce pitch into the seats and left for his 20th homer. That gave the Padres a 1-0 lead. Then with 2 men on, Gary Templeton drops one into center in front of R.J. Reynolds to bring in Carmelo Martinez, and it's 2-0 Padres. Then in the bottom of the second, with Pedro Guerrero on third, Herman Rivera hits one to Wiggins. Great play here, but it's 2-1 Dodgers. Then in the 4th inning, Terry Kennedy comes up. He's been in a slump lately, but he belts a 2-run homer to right, his 12th, and it's 4-1 Padres. They hang on to win it 4-3 as Mark Thurman picks up the victory.
Great defense. How about Alan Wiggins' diving stop to rob Kevin Bass? That got Mark Thurman out of a jam. At least Thurman had already been staked to an 8-0 lead. Steve Garvey got it going by singling in Alan Wiggins, who had walked and stolen second. He did the same thing in the second inning. Kevin McReynolds with an RBI single. It was 2-0. Then Terry Kennedy will single. Now, it seems so easy today against Mike Lacoste because he didn't last the first inning. Was able to get 2 outs, but that was it before they brought in a relief pitcher. Before Lacoste left, he uncorked 2 wild pitches. The second one made it 4-0. Then Gary Templeton makes it 5-0 here as the Pods bat around in the first. Then they lead 8-0 after coming up 7 times in the second inning. Final 8-4. Lead is 9 again. Blessed off day again tomorrow. Dodgers in town Tuesday. Brave.
Tom Browning going after the league's leading hitter, Tony, at .353. 1 ball. Roll the game. You're going to have a problem. There's a base hit. A hanging curve. Solid shot to right field. Gwynn on at first base with a bullet to right. Very deep. 1 away. Pete Rose. He has done a job since becoming the manager for the Reds. He's hitting at a .388 clip. He is a 103 base hit shy of the all-time record. And it's right in there. Ty Cobb's record at 4,191. Rose 103 shy of that. So Peter stepping in. Since coming over and taking over as manager, he's had a new life. Boy, he has really gone to town. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If you're wondering about that thing on his right elbow, that's what knocked him out of the lineup in Montreal. He hurt his throwing arm, and thus he has to play first base now. He damaged some tendons in there and just can't throw.
He's a better hitter left-handed, incidentally. From the left side, 310, right-handed, 207 for a composite 284. So the Padres have 1 down here. Ed Woodson trying to get Pete Rose. Behind him, Dave Parker. Man, I can't believe the way that guy's doing. He's 43 years old and keeps pinging that baseball. The countdown now, 102 to get Ty Cobb's record.
And a base at the center. Well, he's utilized all the fields, and Milner's never going to throw Wiggins out. Boy, Tony Gwynn, what a year he's having.
203 base hits, and that last one puts the Padres ahead 2-1 as Gwynn continues to roll. That was a breaking ball up. He just went with it and ripped it into center field for the solid single. That brings in Wiggins. Let's watch it again. Got the breaking ball up, and Tony was right there. When you pitch up, you're always going to have some problem.
And the Reds pitch out, but Tony goes, and Garvey hits one right to the road. Boy, Garvey's hit about 4 line drives at the first baseman in the last couple of weeks. He's got to wonder where the hole is over there. On your video library scorecard, middle of the 5th, it's 2-1 San Diego.
9th, and in that 9th inning, he drove in the tying run with that double. Garvey, did he get it? Yeah, he did in foul territory. He was playing on the right spot that time, guarding the line, by golly.
Yeah, you're an old baseball man. Pays off once out of 3 games.
Well, you know, you got to be happy. He was there. Let's watch this.
When things start going your way, they go your way all the way. Garvey, this is actually a foul ball, but because he is on the line, he makes the play.
So the Padres need one more out as they did in the 9th inning. Let's see if they can get it this time. Here's Dave Concepcion. You know, he hit that ball pretty good, even as it was.
Just your basic rocket.
Center field. Here's the ball game. McReynolds under it, and the Padres hang on to win it in 11 innings. The final score: San Diego 3, Cincinnati 2.
For Willis, no wins or losses, earned run average of 3. Wiggy. And Wiggins gone quickly. Didn't like the call, and Willis makes short work that twice to second into left field. Tony 3 hits last night, is 3 for 7 in the current series. It's 2-0 San Diego. They've out hit the Reds 7-1, and Gwynn rips one over to get it on one hop is the center fielder Gary Ritas, and Tony Gwynn has a long single to center field. Thought that ball might have a chance of being caught, but Ritas decided to play it safe, and Gwynn has himself his 204th hit of the year. Now we'll see if the Padres play a little hit and run. And Willis, cognizant of it, tosses over the first. And Dutch runner Gwynn goes inside. Van Gorder's throw is high, and Tony has his 31st with ease. Big
Padres down to 4. Dave Dravecky tossed a 3-hitter at Cincinnati today, and the Padres completed a 2-game sweep of the Reds with a 2-0 win. Padres got all the runs in the second inning with Carmelo Martinez on base. Terry Kennedy slammed a Joe Price curveball into the lower deck and right. Kennedy's 14th homer, his 54th and 55th RBIs. He is really starting to turn it on. And Dravecky turned in easily his best performance in the last month. Had a no-hitter going until Ron Oster doubled to left with 1 out in the 6th. Dravecky got out of that jam. Never in any real trouble the rest of the way. He got some great defense behind him. Alan Wiggins with a gem. And according to Carmelo Martinez, it was Dave Dravecky at his very best. Padres magic number 1, which means they can do no worse than a tie for first. The stadium this afternoon, the Padres did all their scoring early, then held on from 5-4, went over the Giants. Gary Templeton got it started. He went the other way in the second inning, a 2-run single to left. Craig Nettles and Kevin McReynolds scored. Then Tim Lawler jumped all over Mike Kruko's very first pitch, a 3-run shot, giving Lawler 15 RBIs, a new Padre record for a single season for a pitcher. The Giants play the game under protest right here. Manny Trio's third inning single hit the ump. The runners had to return to their bases, although Brad Willman eventually scored anyway. In the 4th, San Francisco inched closer when Johnny Rabb sent a shot way up into the lower deck. 5-3. The Giants would get closer later. They threatened again in the 6th inning, but watch this great double play. Alan Wiggins, Gary Templeton, back to Kurt Bavacqua. The inning was over. In the 7th, defense again, Dave Dravecky pitching. He got Steve Nicosia to line out to end the inning with men on. And the final out in the 9th to nail it down 5-4. Now the Padres will watch tonight's L.A.-Houston game. Would they like the Dodgers to eliminate Houston, or would they prefer doing it themselves tomorrow night against Atlanta?
To do it for the city tomorrow, and you know, I think we ought to just get it over and we'll move on to the playoffs. This is hopefully going to be the first of 3 celebrations, so it's fun. It's exciting.